Are you looking for a podcast about solving the hardest cipher?
Then you must be thinking of another podcast. Oh! Good evening, Kelsey.
Good evening, Robert.
How are you today?
I am wonderful and a half. How are you?
I'm pretty good today. Pretty good. I would also like to ask our guest if they are good.
Oh.
I am doing great.
Hooray!
Thank you for joining us. This is our friend Nanndi. Everybody say hi.
Hello, Nanndi.
Oh.
Hello.
Hello.
I mean, we'll get into it down the road, but I had recently gone to Nanddi's house not too long ago, and Nanndi just has some interesting things going on, and I was just like, you want to come talk to me about that? This seems cool.
And I was like, yeah.
And yeah, I was really glad that you were just like, yeah, bring me on.
Yeah, we really appreciate you hanging out and coming on the show.
Yes, thank you.
I'm excited. And like I said earlier, nervous, but I'm excited.
Don't be
be
nervous.
Everybody's
you're
nervous
actually-
the first time.
Yeah, you're actually our first remote guest, so we're excited about that.
Yeah.
Really? Really?
Yeah.
Everybody has always been in my studio, sitting kind of like face to face with me with the mic in between. So you are our first like COVID times guest.
Yeah, we
Getting
finally
to do it all
cracked it.
remotely.
It took us 9
Oh.
months of quarantine to figure out how to remote record a guest.
Yeah. So, I know that you had a question you wanted to get into real quick, Kelsey.
Yeah, so we got some interesting activity on our secret Discord that you can get via our Patreon if you would so like. Our dear friend, you know what? I want to refer to people by their Discord names, kind of, but also I don't know if you guys want me to refer to you by your Discord names. So, until further notice.
How about for the first one, Discord name?
Okay, great. So this one
Okay.
comes from our Discord user, Cloaca. Cloaca writes, so I was thinking about how exciting Christmas used to be and how I was so obsessed with researching whatever new toy I wanted that year obsessively until Christmas Day. And I was wondering, what toys made you? For me, it's very much virtual pets and robots, especially robotic pets.
I really had a lot of like hand-me-down toys. Like
Oh, really?
my brother had a bunch of toys that I pretty much just kind of got from there.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking about this question the other day when I first saw it. Really, the only toys I ever bought, it was always like movie tie-in stuff. Like I was going to get like the
Of
new
course.
Spider-Man toy from the Spider-Man movie kind of thing, you know?
Yeah.
But like as for that, I mean, really the toys that made me would be my game consoles. That was pretty much my toy of choice, was always a gaming system.
Really? Like, even as a youngling, a tiny baby, you didn't have like a toy you were all about?
I mean, I had like my Ninja Turtle toys, but they were my
Yeah.
brothers. Like I did never like buy a toy that I went into. I mean, I had like my Nintendo and stuff, and that's what I played.
No Legos or nothing like that?
No, I actually never got into Legos. I'm not that big on them. And I feel like I missed out on that deep love because the people that love it so love it.
People that are into Legos are like, into Legos.
I know. Like, I kind of have a running joke with Taylor that, like... So I kind of tell her that, like, when I was in school, I didn't really have any friends, and that I always just ran home to play GoldenEye.
I mean,
Yeah. So,
not
like-
untrue.
I know. But so, like, everything that we ever say, so, like, if it's, like, you're watching TikToks and it's talking about 90s stuff, I was all like, psh, I wasn't doing this stuff, because you know what I was doing? She's like, yes, I know, you were playing GoldenEye. And I was like, I was playing GoldenEye. GoldenEye all the time, so it's kind of like my running joke, but it's kind of true. Just gaming was my toy of choice, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just played games all the time, and I really
Did you ever have a Furby?
No.
Yeah.
Good God, no.
Oh my God. I remember that was
I
like the first Christmas gift that I was like, I want that. That's the thing I want. I don't know why Furbies were so alluring. Like I got the one that was it was like a little gray and black spotted guy with a pink tummy.
Oh, yeah.
And my sister had the one that was all black with a white tummy, I think.
Okay.
Or was it a pink tummy? No, I think it also had a white tummy. But like, so the Furbies that we had, they would interact with each other. And I didn't know Furbies would do this. Like, I didn't really research it. I just saw the commercials and I was like, weird virtual bird thing. I want that.
Well,
And-
like, how were you going to research it at, like, 7 years old? Because the internet was
Exactly.
still, like, not too much of a thing for us.
I don't think we even had a computer at that time.
Yeah.
So yeah, we get these Furbies and like they played this fucking game together that was so bizarre. Like I've never had a toy play with itself, you know?
Yeah.
Like that was the whole entertainment with Furbies. So like one of them would go hide and the other one would go, yeah, kitty kitty, hide. And then they would close their eyes. And then like 3 seconds later they open them up and go, ah, and then they would start all over again. It was so fucking weird.
Okay. So, in regards to a previous episode that I was watching Nukes, that's because of Nanndi here.
You're welcome.
You telling that story gave me, like, a Nukes chill down my spine.
Yes,
I did not like that.
They would do it alone in a closet. Like we had to take the batteries out after a while, which is like that's not gonna happen anymore. We're not gonna do the kitty kitty game in the closet alone.
No. Kitty, kitty, hide.
Kitty kitty,
Oh my God.
hide. It's like what? There's not even a cat in this house. Where'd you learn the words kitty kitty?
I hate this.
Mm-mm.
So, that toy made you in the fact that it made you scared of toys?
Maybe, yeah. And then like, I think the toy that I played with the most was probably my RC car. Like I got a little monster truck RC thing, and I
Okay.
had this like stuffed animal frog that I would strap into the back of it, and I used to drive that thing over like obstacles all around the house and stuff. Like I would
Yeah.
build ramps and things, and it eventually broke when I drove it off the roof. So
Aw.
that was like exhausted my creativity on that.
I mean, I had a Stretch Armstrong, but it's not like I
Oh,
loved
man.
him, you know?
Did you stretch his arms right off? Because I would have.
Yeah.
I did cut an arm open to see what was in there. And it's just like goo. It was really gross.
Yeah.
Stretch goo strong.
What about you, Nanndi? Did you have just one toy that was like your childhood, your thing?
Like I'm really thinking because like I said I liked the Dalmatian stuff a lot, but like something that kind of just hits me that I remember wanting a lot was when Powerpuff Girls were super like in.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They had Bubbles it has always been my favorite. They had a light up Bubbles doll.
Oh, cute.
Okay.
And so I really wanted that one.
Aw.
And I did get it. I always got what I wanted, but that one was the thing that like stood out to me because I mean, I liked I liked dolls and stuff back then, but not like the glass doll stuff.
Oh,
Sometimes
yeah.
I would get shit like that a lot from like aunts and stuff, and I would be like, "Mama, no, I
No.
can't have this in my room."
Yeah, absolutely not.
No. She's like, "Why?" And I was like, "Because they're haunted and
Yeah.
they're gonna kill me."
Yeah.
We had porcelain dolls growing up too. I don't know like where they
Oof.
came from. Like nobody in my family was really interested in them. I think that my granny bought me one when I was a kid and then like
Just
kept buying them for me.
Yeah.
Like how grandparents do. Like they like this thing, right? Let's just buy her 5 of them.
Yeah, that's how all my aunts would do stuff like that, and I was like, "Look, appreciate it, but I don't fucking want it."
Yeah. We had a nun porcelain doll one time, and
No.
she was up on like the highest shelf because I couldn't sleep with her like fucking looking at me. So I put her up on the shelf. And one time I came into the room, her head was on backwards and her
Okay.
like
No.
veil was flipped over top of her face. And I was like, absolutely not. The nun's going in the attic. Get it away
Yeah.
from me.
No, thank you.
No more porcelain dolls.
Mm-mm. My dad had this like puppet back in the day. He still has it, and that damn thing traumatizes
God.
me, and it's so funny because like I don't remember what his name was, but he's like this fuzzy, ugly monkey puppet thing, and he got it because he thought that I would like it or find it entertaining.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He brought it out, and it's got like these. It looks like a hippie kind of, and like has like a bandana and like glasses, and then like he put his hand in his butt,
Yeah.
and like he talked from it, and I had nightmares for years,
Oh my God.
and like I would never walk by there. Like I couldn't walk in the closet because I knew that's where he lived, and it's so funny because I have a son now, and my dad took the little monkey thing out for him, and my poor Teo was like, "Oh, wait."
Aw.
I was like, I told you, that thing's evil.
Yeah.
cursed.
No one likes this, Dad.
Get it
Nope.
away. Take it out.
Throw it away.
Well, because you were talking about like a toy that you really wanted, I don't know that I said I really wanted this one, but I do remember one Christmas I got Star Trek: The New Generation or the Next Generation was out, the one with Patrick Stewart.
Yeah.
And like my parents watched that show, and I guess I watched it when I was younger because I'm not a big Star Trek person today. But I remember for Christmas one year, I did get like a big toy replica of the ship.
Yeah.
And when the TV show would come on, like during the opening credits, the ship would like zoom from like left to right on the screen, and then like from right to left, and it would go like all across the screen. I had it timed when it would go, and I would like run across the room with that toy, like when it would zip across the screen.
Cute.
So I mean, I love that toy, but I don't think that toy made me, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so we did get one response on our secret Discord about it, though. So this is by user Ismail, which is also his name. So that one, no problem there.
That one checks out.
So he said for him, it was, yeah, I fucking knew that one. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I was so obsessed with it. It was my first video game. My parents made me choose and made my brother get mad at me for picking it over Street Fighter 2. That's pretty funny. The movie was such a rarity for me when I was young because I couldn't find it at the time. So whenever it came on TV, I'd get super hyped. And I also collected the toys and tried to collect all the different versions of TMNT. But sadly, over time, has lost them.
Was sad.
That is sad.
Man, just thinking about like TV and having to wait for a movie to come on TV, that really like brings back the memories.
Yeah. I remember Degrassi and stuff. I mean, that wasn't super far back, but I remember when like new episodes would come on. Every Friday, I'd be so excited. Like, oh, I got to see what happened to Jimmy. Did
my
he
God.
die?
I gotta watch my kids' shows.
Yeah. That have now turned into soap opera stuff and like K-drama.
So,
I'm super into
Nice.
so Degrassi, was that Nickelodeon?
It was Teen Nick.
Okay.
Teen Nick.
At the time.
Advanced Nickelodeon.
So, because I really didn't have cable, but for maybe like 4 years when I was like in my entirety of like school life. So I missed a lot of like Nick at Night, Teen Nick. Most of those shows I never really got to see. So like I've heard that one, never seen it.
Oh, so I can send you a YouTube link because I found it, and it's got like seasons 1 through forever.
Oh my God.
So it's pretty bomb show, Kelsey. Have you ever seen it?
I've seen like a couple of episodes and they weren't bad.
I love that show. Guilty pleasure.
All right. I don't know about y'all, but I am thirsty. I'm going to crack this thing open.
Okay. Ooh. This is probably more of a girl problem than a guy problem, but
Okay.
I am weird with my nails and people do know this about me. You ever like chip a nail when you're like trying to open up a can?
Yes.
I used to when I had like the acrylic nails, but that shit would hurt.
Yeah.
So, but no, not really now.
So I've been told that I'm weird because like when I trim my nails, I immediately file them.
I mean, that's not weird.
But apparently guys don't do that, and I've had people just be like, "You're weird."
You're allowed to do that. It's
Well,
not a woman
I'm
exclusive
definitely
item.
not gonna stop. It's very nice.
Good.
But, it's stuff like that that makes my family think that I'm gay before they'll believe Ferdinand's gay.
You know, my mom still asks if you're gay.
Oh, my God.
She's like, how's Robert? Did he ever find a guy? No,
Oh, my
he didn't.
God.
He's been with women his entire life, as far as I know.
God. Like, I wonder if I had some kind of conversation with her that I didn't take any kind of way, and she really did.
I think it's all in the eyelashes.
Maybe.
You have really pretty eyelashes.
I've got big-ass eyelashes. I've got perfectly manicured nails. I mean, I'm just, like, needing a guy to step right into that world, I guess.
But you can be like, you can take care of yourself. There's lots of men that that aren't gay, and they take care of themselves.
Absolutely.
Like, they go get their hair done and, their nails. Alan loves to go get pedicures and all that. So
there's no shame in being well manicured.
Dude, though.
I agree.
Manicures feel fantastic, though.
Yes.
Exactly.
I've never stepped into the pedicure vault yet, but one day I will.
Your fault.
I think you would like it, like, especially if you get like a good foot massage.
Oh God.
Ooh.
I love it when like they hold your foot out and then they just like punch the bottom of it. It feels so good.
Yes. It's like, punch that. Yes.
I took Taylor to get a manicure one time, and we both got one, and this big dude walked in, like John Coffey from Green Mile style dude, right? He was huge, big, booming voice, and he just walks up to the counter, and I was like, he's probably coming to get his wife or whatever, and he leans down and he goes, I'm here for my weekly pedicure. And this one lady kind of turns and goes, what? And he goes, they feel fantastic, and my wife loves my feet, so gotta come here every week. And he just walked back there for his standing appointment. Like, he was there every week at that time.
That's beautiful.
I loved it.
I think it's amazing.
So, I guess you want to get into our topic?
Yeah.
Our topic is Nanndi.
Me?
So, I came to your house, and you were kind of spinning me the yarn of what you've been doing since, COVID times happened. And I just really thought it was interesting, so I was hoping that you would share the story with us and kind of what you're doing now.
Yeah.
So it's 2019, world is okay. I mean, the world's never been great. But so we're moving into 2020. Take us through what happens.
So COVID happens. Well, so before then, back in 2019, I was pregnant, and around September, because I was due in December,
Mm-hmm.
and in September, we got a email, when I was working at the place that I was working at, and it said that we needed that we had a certain meeting. And my friend Ian, she's like, hey, you're not in this meeting. You're supposed to be in this meeting. And I was like, uh-oh, okay. So I hopped on real quick. And they were like, well, we're laying you guys off.
Just everybody in the meeting?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my God.
That's awful.
They kind of did. It was kind of crazy because they did it a lot. They were doing it. They laid off, came on in rounds of people, and it sucked. And at the time I was kind of like, what the fuck am I gonna do? I'm 6 months pregnant.
Yeah.
Who the fuck's gonna hire someone this pregnant?
Right.
And I was like, I don't know what to do. We just bought this house. Oh my gosh. And so I was already stressed out enough beforehand because I had lost my first child. So I was already scared because of this pregnancy, because I was like, oh my gosh, I'm afraid anything's going to happen.
Yeah.
Right.
And so it was just a lot. And then after that, I really tried. I tried to find a job, and I looked within the company, and because they were like, oh, we'll help you out and find a new job and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, okay. So I applied for one and I did get an interview, and
Okay.
it basically was it went, and it kind of was the same old that I if I did stay and if they had offered me the job, I feel like I would have gone through the same thing with
Yeah.
the position I already had. And so then all of a sudden I'm working is in September. It was around September 13th. September 13th, I was working overtime because they still needed us to work.
Whoa,
They
wait. So they're like, hey, you guys are fired. Like, we need you to like work hard though.
Yes. Yeah.
Isn't
Yeah.
that
And
shitty?
Cool.
yeah. And well, and that was the thing too. They were like, so we're letting you go. You guys have until November, because my last day would have been November 3rd in the company.
Mm-hmm.
And so they were like, you have September and October, and here's like because I also had to go over there for a meeting for unemployment so they could explain it and like how to get the benefits and everything and all this other stuff.
Yeah.
And so I was like, okay, so like, and that's why I was saying like I really did try. And but September 13th came, and but that whole week I was working overtime. I was working till about 6 o'clock or till 5:30, and I woke up at 7, so I was working from then to then, but
Yeah.
with an hour break. And I started feeling really weird and like kind of it just didn't feel right. And so I called my doctor, and she was like, you know what, go to the emergency room just so you can get checked out, because it's the weekend and I'd rather you I'd rather you be safe.
Yeah.
So I was like,
Absolutely.
okay. So I went, and this like doctor from Greg's Anatomy was there, and he was like, you're fine, this can happen during pregnancy. You can actually bleed your whole pregnancy. You can
Oh my
actually
God.
this, that. Yeah, like all this crazy scary stuff that I was like, okay. And he was like, but you're fine, you're not dilating, nothing. And so he sent me back home. And this was the time when Alan was working on the boat, so he's gone. So I was staying with my parents, and I feel like God was telling me, hey, stay with your parents just in case. And so I was like, yeah, okay, I'll do it. And so I did. And then I started feeling sick again on Saturday, and I was like, what? And then I started feeling like these weird cramps, and like I went to lunch with my mother-in-law and my sister-in-law and my mom to start planning a baby shower. And then like we went to Walmart or Target to start what do you call it, the baby registry.
Right.
And then after that I was just like, man, I feel so tired, and like I feel just sick. And I feel like I felt this before, but maybe it's just me. So then I told my mom, hey, I need to go to Hobby Lobby really quick because I have to get this stuff for Olivia's quinceañera to finish for her. And so they were like, okay. So then we went, and then I told my mom, I said, Mom, I just don't feel good. I'm just gonna sleep. And they said, hey, if you feel pain, make sure to lift your legs and rest and for an hour. And if it doesn't go away, you need a call. So then I started like feeling these weird waves of pain. And then I was like, oh my God, this is not going away. And so I ate dinner at like 9. And then I finally told my mom around 11:30, I said, hey, I can't handle this pain anymore. And she was like, okay, we'll go to the hospital. She's like, but we just went yesterday. If you
Yeah.
don't need to go again, if you don't really think you need to. I said, nope, I feel it in my bones. We got to go.
Yeah.
So we went, and then long story short of that, my mucus plug was starting to come out. And
Oh no.
and that's basically baby's gonna either come or they're gonna try to do everything they can to keep them cooking, because I was only 28 weeks and 6 days with Teo, so that's really early for preemies, for babies. Yeah. So then they kept me, they were like, we're going to keep you as long as we can here, but you officially are not leaving. Like, you're here for the long run. And I was like,
Damn.
what? So I had to like call the office and everything, and let them know, I have to stay here now. So the maternity leave, I need to start now. And I can't go to work until everything, they say it's okay to leave. And they're like, okay, we'll start that for you, but make sure to call your boss. And so I did, and let them know. And then during that whole day, because I was there all Saturday, or the rest of Saturday night into Sunday, and then that Sunday, about in the morning, no, around 5 o'clock, that's when they were like, so he's not doing good, you're not doing good. Every time you contract, you're actually slowing his heart down.
Oh no.
Yeah,
Wow.
so we're gonna have to cut you open and get him out.
Oh my
And
God.
yeah, and I was like,
Yeah.
Is he gonna die? Like, is he gonna be okay? And they're like, well, yeah, he'll be okay, but he will be in the NICU nursery for a while. And I was like, okay. I was like, but you're sure? Like, you sure he's not gonna die or anything? And they're like, he'll be okay, and we'll be okay. And I was like, okay. And I don't know how, but Alan got here and like literally when they're about to roll me out, because he was still on the boat, but he got on a plane, got home, and they smocked his ass up and then put me in the room and cut me open. And I like sat there and waited, because I was kind of getting myself prepared just in case, like if he wasn't alive
Right.
or something. And then he like cried, and then I
Aw.
was like, I love you.
Oh.
And I didn't get to see him at all, but Alan
Aw.
did. And he was crying really loud, and they intubated him, because babies that young, they always intubate because they're not sure if their lungs are fully developed yet.
Right.
And then they took him down, and then I woke up a couple hours later, and they were like, the doctor was like, you need to go down there to go see him. And I was like, well, I've been wanting to fucking see him, so take me down there. Take me. So I went, and then again, long story short, he ended up staying there from September 15th to November 3rd. And then I feel like God blessed me and like got me ready, because I was on maternity leave with a company that was going to let me go November 3rd. And I had maternity leave through the whole time, and to December, and including unemployment. So I'm still on unemployment from them. So that kind of took care of me so a little bit so far with it, but it's still not enough, for today's times.
Right.
But after becoming a mommy, I was still looking for a job, and I applied again with the same company, and they offered me a job there, but for a lot less than what I was making, but I could do the job in my sleep. So I turned them down.
Yeah.
And I was like, and my mom was like, you know what? You don't need to take it right now. You ride this unemployment as long as you can. She's like, I know how you feel about that, but just ride it out. You worked what you worked, and enjoy your baby. Yeah. And I was like, okay. So I had been doing other little odds and ends. I tried selling lashes for a little bit, and then that didn't really work out for me. And I applied at other companies, and I was just like, you know what? I don't really want to work right now. Like, I still just want to be with him. I want to like just see him grow. And then around August, I started researching these things called cocoa bombs. And I was like, these look really cool.
So I've seen these like all over Instagram and Pinterest. They're kind of like a new trend.
Yeah. They're really like, they're cool. They were so cool. I thought they were literally the bomb.
Yeah.
when I
So-
saw them.
For our listeners who like don't know what they are, do you want to describe what they are real quick?
So they are these spheres that are really any types of chocolate that you can think of: dark white, milk. You can add Oreo into it, or matcha, or
Matcha.
whatever may have you. And you put cocoa in it, same thing, any kind of cocoa, and marshmallows or peppermint, and then you put it in a cup, pour hot milk, water, whatever you drink, and then it like opens up and it explodes. Hence the cocoa bomb.
It's very much like a bath bomb, but
But
Yeah.
but
you can
like
eat
for
it.
your drink. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally for your mouth.
So you've really been into these way longer than I thought.
Yeah, because like I was researching it because I was tired of just jumping into something
Yeah.
and blindly thinking I could, get into it for a little bit and then like lose steam about it, or my heart
Yeah.
just felt wrong about it. Because like with the lashes, I love art, painting, drawing, makeup, arts and crafts, whatever you can think of, and I did that for a little bit, and I got to do the makeup half of it, but I didn't like the quotas. I didn't like having to sell something if it didn't really work
Yeah.
100% of the time,
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what? I tried it. It works for other people. Congratulations. Not for me. Cool. But that's why I researched it since August, and I became a part of this Facebook, and I did all my research there, and then I looked up stuff online, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna try it. So I started it, and I ordered the stuff at the end of October because I wanted to start in October, but I was still really hesitant, and I was trying to save the money to get the stuff.
Yeah.
And so I was like, okay, I have enough to get started. Let's do it. So then I ordered it, and I finally got it all like in the middle of September or November, I'm sorry. And then I was like, okay, I'm really scared. And then I just posted my first video, and then I said pre-orders, and then it's been a ride ever since.
Yeah.
That's
So
awesome.
that is super awesome. What kind of like equipment did you need to get? Like the molds for the cocoa, or do you have to buy special chocolate for it?
So there's lots of different types of chocolate, or like different ways. So there's real chocolate. Real chocolate is like, man, I'm trying to think of the correct ones. But like you can use almond bark. You can use a mixture of Ghirardelli chocolate. Like if I'm just giving one,
Yeah.
you could use the wafers, like whatever you would use for like fondue kind of thing.
Okay, like a melting chocolate sort of thing.
Yeah, because and that one you can use because it's a little bit easier because you don't have to temper it. And with real chocolate, you have to temper it. So it's
Yeah,
like a
tempering
whole
fucking sucks, dude. I've tried it before just at home for funsies, and it's not an easy process.
Like,
yeah.
I kind of wondered if you did temper it, and I was going to ask how hard that was to learn.
I tried it, and then I was like, I have a baby.
Yeah.
Don't have the time for this.
I don't. and I tried a lot of other different ones, like the almond bark mixture, and it's a whole thing, y'all, because like sometimes the bombs come out beautiful, and you pop them out of the mold, and you're just like, oh, this is beautiful, and then some of it's like, what the hell did I do wrong? Why is chocolate so damn testy? Like,
Yeah, right.
it's a bitch.
Yeah, chocolate's really difficult. I mean, people go to school for years to learn how to like do chocolate right, you know? And there's people on fucking TikTok or whatever making like chocolate furniture, and I'm like, how do you get to this point in your life? Like, that's the coolest shit I've ever seen, and I want to do that, but yeah, chocolate's hard.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. But I've had to get molds. So there's like, you can do like all types of molds, and there's some people that are getting into the game really late, and they're using like square molds. What's the other one that I saw? Ice molds.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
So like square ones, and I'm
Yeah.
like, I mean, hey, if it works, it works. But the square stuff, it's kind of hard because again, you have to do like layers of it, and I do specifically 2 layers because of the structure. Because you have to melt both of them,
Yeah.
at like to stick them together, and then if it's a bitch and wants to be a football head, because sometimes it'll do that. Because like some of them, when I first got it, the mold came in like a 5-piece mold. So I was like, okay, I can try that. And I tried the brush method. There's a brush method, there's a spoon method, there's the dump and spill method, and then there's the cutting the fucking mold method, the 3 mold method. And I was like, you know what? The dump and cut the mold method is my shit. So, but as far as that's really all I needed was in the chocolate, and then depending if you want to do different flavors, that's kind of your prerogative if you want to do that. And that's really all I had to do was just get the molds, the chocolate, and the different kinds of flavors. And if you wanted to, because I thought about getting like a chocolate melter for like the fondue,
Yeah.
but for whatever reason, I can't get behind that because it's $34 and I don't want to.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask, what is your favorite flavor of all the ones that you've made so far?
Mexican peppermint.
That sounds super good. Is that like Mexican chocolate, like the cinnamony, spicy chocolate?
Yes, ma'am.
Fucking love that shit.
It's not spicy, but it is beautiful, and it's just sleeping on a cloud of just a Mexican grandma chocolate. I don't know. It just reminds me of my mom and me and my dad being in Mexico and them telling me stories and stuff like that. Like,
Yeah.
that's what it reminds me of. So it's beautiful.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my favorite flavor.
Okay.
Is it also your favorite one to make, or is there like, so they're all like essentially the same, right? They're just circles.
Yes. And I've actually today, so I had a customer that wants, her son has like a milk allergy, so
Oh,
he
no.
can't have milk chocolate.
Oh,
And so I was like, okay. She's like, but do you have dark chocolate? And I was like, I don't, but I really like the customer. And so I was like, I bought it like a little bag of dark chocolate, and I'm making one specially for her. And
nice.
she was like, I saw that you do Baby Yoda, and I was like, I do.
What?
And she was like, can you do that? And I said, unfortunately, I can't because the chocolate is white chocolate, and it's like not. I can't make dark chocolate into that color.
Yeah.
That would be so cute, though.
I know. And I was like, I could, let me think of something. And she's like, okay. And so I found a Millennium Falcon mold.
Oh my God.
Okay.
And so I was doing that one. And so far I kind of got it, but that mold is a freaking bitch, dude, because
I bet it's like incredibly detailed.
it is, and it's beautiful, but like for whatever reason, one side comes out phenomenally well, and then the other half is just like I try to pop that little bitch out, and it's like crack, a break in the shield, and I'm like, oh, okay. And I've literally made that bomb today 7 times.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I'm about to throw it. But no, yeah, I do different ones. I actually, the ones I really like making is just like, and I don't like the flavor. It's my least favorite. It's the white chocolate one, but I like the blank canvas that it gives me.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
So like I've done like roses, I've done snowman, I've done globes, like a winter globe. I'm actually doing a golden snitch today too.
What?
That's awesome.
Amazing. So you have like a bunch of different stuff that you do. It's not just circles.
Yes, yeah. I even made a panda today, and that one was a matcha
cute.
one.
Oh my God. Matcha is the best thing ever. I love matcha.
Dude, Kelsey, you would love the white chocolate matcha one.
I bet.
Is bomb.
But
It's a matcha made in heaven. Okay, I'm
Oh my
done.
God, stop.
So would you say that's your best Cocoa Bomb pairing? Is the white chocolate matcha one?
I think so. That one and I have another one. It's apple. I call it apple pie ice cream,
Ooh,
and
okay.
it's just apple cider and white chocolate.
That sounds fancy, though.
That sounds really good.
I will tell y'all though, it's delicious, but it looks like throw up.
Oh,
But it's good.
That's like one of those don't judge a book by its cover things.
Oh
It
yeah.
looks bad, but oh boy, it's good.
Oh yeah.
yeah. So you mentioned before that it's like tough to like get the time with a little baby running around. So Teo is much older now and doing well, I assume, right?
Yeah, dude. He's a wild baby.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
what is it like to actually? You kind of have a little small business happening out of your home, and you have this little baby running around. How is that on your psyche in these COVID times?
Because I feel like these bombs take a while. Is he
Yeah.
like, dude, you are spending too much time with your chocolate, mom?
Yes, actually. It's impossible, if I'm being honest. It's doable, but impossible, if
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
My parents and my in-laws and my sister-in-law have been amazing. They come over and they'll stay like a couple hours so they can just sit with him because I mean, I can pull a mom card like like a throw on Coco Melon, and honestly, he could sit there for 3 hours, but I hate that. I hate just leaving him there doing
Yeah.
that. But they come over and they help watch him. But when I want to like try to get started early, like for instance, yesterday I thought it was 50, but it was actually 75 bombs that I had to finish.
Holy cow.
Yeah, and I still didn't finish them. I had to wake up. I had to take Teo to his monthly or his 15th month appointment today,
Uh-huh.
and I had to finish the rest of them the next day.
Dang.
So,
Yeah.
all right. So, like, beginning to end for just a single Cocoa Bomb, what is the average amount of time for just one Cocoa Bomb?
Let's see. For just like plain, just
Yeah. So, let's just say your most generic one. Someone's
Yeah.
like, I just want chocolate ones, marshmallows, standard stuff.
I would say so. Put together time would be about 15 minutes. That would be like with pouring the chocolate or melting it, pouring it, making sure it's stable, filling it or melting the edges, filling it, and then like doing the same half of that, and then figuring out what kind of design. And if it's just generic, which is like a drizzle, that yeah, about maybe I could probably try to do it in 10, but it's realistically 15-20 minutes.
It's pretty time consuming.
Yeah, so I mean, this is just like strict, like clean math if you did it perfectly. So I just took 15 minutes times the 75 Cocoa Bombs, and it's almost 19 hours of time.
Yeah.
That sounds insane. And that's just a basic one. Not even to say making a baby Yoda face.
I can't believe that's gotta take like so much time.
Oh my, wow.
It's kind of goofy because I mean it used to take longer, but like that's me thinking about that. But I because like I finished because I had the extra I had to finish today before I had to deliver, and I finished about 10 of them in an hour.
Yeah.
But that was with like, okay, I'm making this panda one really quick, but it's only like this, and just I had to figure out the jive, I guess is
Yeah. But I mean, you're also not like pouring a mold for one at a time, right? You probably
Right,
have
yeah.
like two forming at once or something, you know?
Yes, yeah.
So,
And
I mean,
that's what-
yeah.
Yeah.
Because like I just couldn't imagine. It's like, okay, I have to do each piece one at a time, 15 minutes. Yeah, that would take forever. But if you got like a whole thing going,
Yeah, you got a
that
whole
would
system.
totally bring that down.
Yeah. Well, and like my dad figured out something because we have to chill them twice.
Okay.
for realistically you're supposed to do it for 10 minutes each time, but I cut it to 5. Um, and we were using my fridge, so and we don't really have that much room, so we would stick them in there. But my dad was like, "Hey, pendeja, use this," and I was like, "Okay, well, tell me what the heck you're talking about." So he got these 2 metal trays, filled it with ice, and he's like, "Fill, dump, 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 take it out, fill, dump. There you go. That way you don't have to keep walking to the fridge and pulling it back out." And
So
I
it's
was
just
like,
like big trays full of ice that you can cool them down on instead of actually taking them to the fridge.
"Yeah,
That's
That's
cool.
cool.
yeah," and it's cut time in half with that, and then having Alan come in, he oh my god, he is the husband of the year, or well, forever. But he he helps me, so he'll do the he'll pour the molds for me, and then I'll be the one that melts them, assembles them, and then decorates them and put them together.
Yeah.
So like he's helped me so much with that.
That's great.
Mhm.
So, COVID ends, life goes back to normal. Would you keep making cocoa bombs like this just going forward? Do you think this would be your, like, I found my calling kind of thing?
I want to, a part of me is like, no. But
Too
that's,
much, yeah.
yeah. But that's only because I think that I've just gotten in it and I'm like, okay. But after like I sit for a little bit and I figure out how to make it better,
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna continue it, but only like seasonal. So, and
Okay.
if somebody has like if they have like a special thing, because I've also seen like gender reveal bombs.
Oh my god, cool.
Yeah.
That's so much better than a fucking forest fire.
Dude, yeah, you just burn your damn cup in your mouth. There you go. But if they have something like that, then I'll do it. Or if someone has like a birthday thing,
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that. I also have another idea too. I was thinking of selling instant oatmeal cocoa bombs. So put oatmeal
What?
in it and have like it be like chocolate. I've tried one. It's delicious.
That's
That
kind of
sounds
awesome.
really yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah.
So what do you sell these things for?
So I'm still kind of working on the math fully for all of them because a part of me wants to sell them a little more, but realistically, I know with
Yeah.
how times are, it's not realistic for some people. And but I sell them 5 a piece, except for Baby Yoda, a Mickey Mouse, or if you like want like a elaborate, design. I sell those for about $6 to $10, and that's really the price range. And for a little while, I had if you buy 4, I'll give you one for free. But I stopped that a while ago because I was like,
No.
no,
Losing
That's
profit.
chocolate.
Yeah.
yeah,
That's a chocolate money right there.
yeah. And the variety flavors, because some people want like all of them.
Okay.
And so I'm starting to charge those. I started at 40, and then I was like, you know what, this is a lot because I have to clean the molds.
Oh yeah.
So I was like, you know what, this is going to be about 50. So
Yeah.
45 to 50 depending. So I'm still, like I said, I'm still figuring out the math of it.
I was gonna say, if you do this forever, you just need to buy a giant blast chilling thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Open it up and there. Psh, okay, we're ready to go. Oh, that'd
Put
be
it in
fantastic.
there.
I just think it's really cool that the world kind of went to crap, and you're like, but what can I make that's like nifty and neat and can add to it? I was just like really taken when I came to your house. I was like, "What's this?" And you're like, "Oh, it's just this little thing," and it's just so intricate too. It's not even something that you could just kind of start. You gotta like really put some time into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've taken like a shit situation and really turned it on its head. So I'm proud of you for that.
Thank you. I really do enjoy it, even though like I've had some interesting stuff with some of them. I really do enjoy it, and I find myself every time I give someone their order, I get really happy, and I'm like, I hope you guys like them, and I hope that, like, you know, you feel better, or like, and I get messages from almost pretty much everyone, and they're like, these are amazing, you know, thank you so much. It, you know, made a great family day for us, and you know, I was like, that's amazing. I love that. You know,
See,
thank
that's
you.
cool.
Yeah,
I love that.
me too. Okay, so I would love to do a giveaway for a 4-pack of standard flavor Cocoa Bombs. And if you want a chance to win, you need to be following me on my Instagram handle at Nandala7, and also be following Mbop. I said it wrong.
Yumto.
Yumbop.
This podcast, the one you're on.
This podcast, the one that you're on. Check the Instagram for details. I should go over again, right? I should need to say it again.
No, it's fine, probably.
No, that's good.
I'm sorry.
So, we're gonna put some stuff on our Instagram. Maybe Nanndi put some stuff on hers. And if you guys want to win some of these, you've just heard how it's made, and they are so delicious.
They sound so good. I want to try every one of them.
If you want some, go follow Nanndi. We got all the rules and stuff, and maybe get you a 4-pack of Cocoa Bombs.
Boom!
And then just make sure that if you're the winner, you post videos of using them, because we want to see them melt and the marshmallows come out and all that cool stuff.
Yes, please. Are you ready to melt this cocoa bomb?
Yes.
Pour the milk over me. All right, folks. Please tell your friends about us and tell them about Nanddi's Cocoa Bombs. Help us grow our audience and her business. Don't forget to subscribe to us on your most favorite platform so you never ever miss an episode, because we release every single Monday. And if you have a second to rate and review us on Apple Podcasts, that really, really helps us find more lovely listeners just like you.
And while you're out there doing that, don't forget you can find us and friend us on social media. We're at YMBTOAP on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch. How many more places can I name?
We're at all of them.
They're all there. And then don't forget the Patreon, the new one. If you like what we do, you want to help us keep doing it, please consider supporting us. Do whatever you feel like you can or would like to. You can support us for as little as $2 a month. Gain access to our secret Discord community with a couple snippets of some stuff we talk about beforehand. Or if you would like to upgrade to $5 a month, you can gain access to our Patreon exclusive YouTube videos where we will release a new review every month. So who knows what will be next?
We know. You don't.
Also, don't forget you can email us at ymbtoap@gmail.com. We want your listener mail.
We want it.
Still ain't getting no listener mail.
What do you want out of a cocoa bomb? What's your dream cocoa bomb? You pour the milk over it, the chocolate blooms, and what's inside?
I am picturing, so you know those like birthday cakes that you'd see in the movies where like the girl would just like pop out of them?
You want a little Thumbelina to pop out of your cocoa
Just
bomb?
like pour it on and she's like, boosh! Oh, that's hot!
You know? Jacuzzi's up in there.
She'd probably be dead.
Probably.
You'd have to seal her in like right before.
What a horrible mistake, Robert. A little air hole for her at least.
She'll probably be dead.
I'll never be able to watch Thumbelina again.
God. All right. Our theme song is The Grim Reaper Our theme song is The Grim Reaper Blows the Horn by Faraj. Please check him out on YouTube.
And as always, thanks for listening, and tune in next time to answer the burning question: what's your favorite chocolate and why?
We had one more important sound we wanted you to hear.
What's your favorite chocolate and why?
What's your favorite chocolate and why? That's Thumbelina's last words in the Cocoa Bomb jacuzzi.
Sorry.